Good morning, everyone. Welcome. I am Paula, and it is Sunday morning. It is early. It's about 7:30, and I'm down here at the lake with my dog, and I have my paddleboard with me, and beautiful, beautiful inflatable paddleboard by Upwell. I did a review on this paddleboard not too long ago. It's pretty amazing. I have another inflatable paddleboard, and this one is way better because it's more stable, and I really enjoy using it. I'm getting ready to get on this. We are going to be going to church this morning. Our service where we go, the church where we go up here, starts at 11. It's about a half hour away. So I have a couple of hours, and I thought I would just get out on the water. It's really calm. I'll tell you in a second. It has been a super active weekend here. It's 4th of July weekend, and we have had so many people here around the lake. Boats going all day long, jet skis going all day long. It's been a lot of fun, but it's just been, you can't get out and paddleboard when the waters are like that. It's just crazy. Things are really quiet this morning, so I thought I would get out and paddleboard a little bit and get some exercise in. I have a walking challenge going on right now over my Patreon group. We are just doing, working on our steps every day and other activities. I bought a bike, and I've been doing some biking. I rode 3 times yesterday. Went last night after dark with my little headlights on. I wanted to try it out to see how the lights work on it. It's an e-bike. It does, you can just sit on it and ride, but I have been doing the pedaling too, just to kind of get some exercise in. And I'm working on finding things that I love, hobbies that I love, that are activities that will, help me to be physically active. And so far, the paddleboarding and the biking and the walking with my weighted vest, going on little hikes, I'm finding myself really changing and really enjoying these things. Now, when winter comes here in Michigan, it's going to be a whole different story. We get lots of snow, lots of cold temps, and I'm going to have to start looking into some winter activities to do to keep me active. I do have some like snowshoe things. I've only used them once. So we'll see. Maybe cross-country skiing. I don't know. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and film a video today on what we are eating throughout the day. We plan on going out to lunch after church. So we'll show you what we're having for lunch. Later on today, I have some chicken cutlets marinating in the refrigerator in pickle juice. We're going to make some chicken sandwiches with sort of a Chick-fil-A vibe. So that's going to be later on for dinner. So I'm going to go ahead and get my board and enjoy this calm, peaceful morning. I'll see you later when we get to lunch after church. So after church, we decided to come to the restaurant that we went to the other night when it was jam-packed. It was a Mexican restaurant, and we talked about that in a video that we recently did. We ordered fajitas. It was delicious. I'm going to order steak fajitas for this. And I brought my own Egg Life wraps. And I have some carnivore chicken breast chips for the salsa. And that's what we're gonna have. So really cool little place. I'll pan around. Here. Hey, Ed. Sizzling steak fajitas. I got some guacamole over here with some sour cream and my Egg Life wraps, and I'll talk to you soon. Having crispy chicken sandwiches for dinner tonight. And I'm going to be using some chicken cutlets. I bought the thin sliced chicken breast that you can buy already thin sliced from Walmart the other day. You can just buy thick chicken breast and slice them in half, fillet them. You can do it that way too, but I like them thin for a chicken sandwich. and I have them marinating right now in the refrigerator in pickle juice and a little bit of ranch seasoning. Something I have seen other people do, and in my last video, I decided to give it a try. I had a jar of pickle juice. I put my chicken tenders that I was gonna air fry in the pickle juice with a little bit of ranch seasoning, and I let them marinate for a little while. Then we took them out of the jar, breaded them, and air fried them, and they came out so good. So we decided that we want to have chicken sandwiches that way. So right now I'm going to make some Hawaiian style rolls out of egg white powder and egg whites. I'm going to show you that in just a second here. This is not my recipe. This is from another YouTuber. Her channel used to be Carnivore Angel, and I know she's changed her channel name since then, but I will link her video for these rolls down below in the description. So I just wanted that to be, nice and clear that this is not my recipe, this is her recipe. We just thought that they would be perfect for these chicken sandwiches. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead, I have my glasses on because I have the recipe on my laptop right here, and I wanna make sure I get the ingredients correct. And so we're gonna start with a bowl that we're gonna use with my mixer. I'm gonna put the dry ingredients in here first. 1/2 cup of egg white powder. This is the egg white powder that I'm using currently, and I get this on Amazon. It says protein powder. I get asked a lot if the egg white protein powder is the same as egg white powder. It's the same as long as it's unflavored, and the only ingredient in it is egg whites. And so that's gonna be my first dry ingredient. We're gonna put 1/2 cup of this egg white powder into my bowl here. And I don't know where my 1/2 cup measure is, so I have a 1/4 cup. So we're gonna do 2 of these, all right? This is used for not only adding a little bit of sweetness to the bread, but it also aids in the browning, the crust of the bread. If you don't add allulose to it, your rolls will not be golden brown. It won't affect the flavor much, but your crust will not be golden brown, all right? So you're gonna put 1/3 cup of allulose. The next thing is nutritional yeast. This is a 1/2 tablespoon. So I'm gonna be putting 4, but it's 2 tablespoons. The next ingredient is yeast. I use the quick rise yeast. You don't have to use yeast if you don't want to. This just gives it a flavor of a yeast bread. And you're just gonna put a little bit of that in there. It's about a 1/4 teaspoon, not very much. About a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. You're gonna put in 2 teaspoons of cream of tartar. The last dry ingredient is xanthan gum, and you're going to be putting in 1 teaspoon of xanthan gum. I'm just gonna take the little whisk that goes to my mixer, and I'm just gonna whisk those ingredients together. All right, get it set up here on my mixer. 5 egg yolks for this recipe, and 1 cup of egg whites. So I have found, I don't know if it's just the size eggs that I am using, but I have found that 5 egg whites is not quite 1 cup. So what I do is I separate my egg, put the yolk over here, and I just separate 5 of them. This only gave me about 3/4 of a cup of egg whites. So I have to add to this. So I'm using some liquid egg whites to add to this to bring it up to 1 cup. I'm going to add the egg whites to the dry mixture, just the egg whites. And I'm going to beat this until they are stiff peaks. And I'll show you that when the time comes. It usually takes around 4 to 5 minutes for stiff peaks to form on high. Thing I forgot to do was add pineapple extract. You can use this or you can omit it, and usually you put this in with your egg whites, so I'm just going to add it in. Just about a teaspoon. This almost is like the consistency of marshmallow cream. You know, the marshmallow cream that you get in a jar? That's what this reminds me of, and I think that has a lot to do with the xanthan gum that is in this recipe. So now I'm going to turn this down on low, and I'm going to slowly add in the 5 egg yolks, one at a time, or 2. So I have my oven preheated right now to 325 degrees, and it's all ready to go. This is all I do. I take a large baking sheet and I just spray some parchment paper, lay it down on the sheet, and then I spray the top side of the parchment paper. This is the ice cream scoop that I use. I have a link for this ice cream scoop down below. It is the perfect size for these rolls. I have a smaller ice cream scoop and I have made them with that before, and it's just not the same. This one's the perfect size. So you're gonna wanna make sure that you use some spray. This is avocado oil spray because this is very sticky. And you're just gonna spray the inside and outside of your little ice cream scoop. And take it like that. And I think you can see here, start lining them up on the baking sheet. And you're gonna put them close together, but not quite touching. Every so often, these will start to stick and you'll need to spray a little bit more spray. These are gonna go into my preheated 325 degrees oven for 15 minutes. And then at 15 minutes, you're gonna wanna make sure you set a timer for this. At exactly 15 minutes, you're gonna shut the oven off, but you're gonna leave these in there for an additional 15 minutes. Then you can remove them from the oven, all right? So I'm gonna go ahead and get these in the oven, set my timer for 15 minutes, and I'll be back. I'm gonna make a sauce to put on our burgers later. It's not exactly Chick-fil-A sauce, but Chick-fil-A uses mayonnaise, barbecue sauce, mustard, and a few other ingredients in their sauce. I'm just gonna make up my own. I have about 2 tablespoons of my homemade barbecue sauce in here. I have a recipe for my homemade barbecue sauce over on my website, lowcarbrevelation.com. Barbecue sauce is really easy to make, sugar-free, or you can just buy whatever sugar-free barbecue sauce that you want. I'm gonna put in a little bit of Dijon mustard, about a good heaping teaspoon. And then I need a different spoon for my mayo. And I'm gonna put, let me get this out of here. I'm gonna put a good couple of heaping teaspoons of mayo in this. More mayo than anything. I like this mayonnaise chosen. This has avocado oil in it instead of those inflammatory seed oils. And I'm just gonna mix this together. I'm gonna give it a little bit of a taste just to see how it is. That's really good. That's all I'm gonna add to that, those 3 ingredients. I'm gonna put this in the refrigerator until it is time for us to make our sandwiches. I'll be back. It is 3 o'clock and I'm getting ready to make myself just a little snack. Sometimes I like a little protein snack in the middle of the day. Sometimes it's a protein shake. Today I'm gonna be having some yogurt. This is just plain Greek yogurt that has no sweeteners or anything in it. And I like to take this and I'm just gonna have a couple of good sized spoonfuls of this. Take some prime protein powder. This is vanilla. These are very clean. They're sweetened with stevia. They're made with beef isolate, and there's lots of good protein in here. If you are looking for a way to boost your protein, these are great. I have a discount code down below for Equip Prime Protein. But I'm putting a whole scoop of this protein powder in my yogurt, and I'm just gonna have this little mug of protein yogurt. And later on, when we have our chicken sandwiches, I'll be back to show you how I'm gonna bread them. My timer's getting ready to go off. The rolls have been in there for 15 minutes. I'm gonna shut the heat off on the oven, and then I'm just gonna let them sit in there for another 15 minutes. Make sure you set your timer that second time around. And when I pull them out of the oven, I'll show you what they look like. Check it out. Look at those delicious rolls. They look great. I'll be back in a little while when I get ready to bread my chicken cutlets and put these sandwiches together. I'll see you then. Now I'm gonna prepare the chicken for our sandwiches. This is going to be the crispy breaded chicken made with my crispy breading. This is it right here. The recipe for this is over on my website. I have 2 cookbooks, and one of them is a printed cookbook that you can buy on Amazon, and it also is in a downloadable form as well. And then I have a cookbook devoted just to the crispy breading, and it is a downloadable cookbook, and it has this recipe for this breading in it, and then it has a bunch of different recipes in it that all feature this breading as part of the ingredients. I will link that down below. I have my chicken breast here. These have been marinating in pickle juice overnight. I'm gonna tell you something that I learned the other day when I made my chicken tenders. I did not pat the chicken dry. I just took it right out of the pickle juice, put it in my eggs, and then put it in my breading. And the breading did not stick like it normally does. So today I'm going to pat the chicken dry. This chicken is going to have the flavor of the pickles and the ranch in it because it has been sitting in here for at least 24 hours. And so I have some paper towel here, and I'm just gonna pull these out. I think there might, let's see, there's 4 chicken breasts in here. Like I said, these are very thin cutlets. So I'm just gonna take them out, and I'm going to pat them off. So as I was discovering how delicious chicken is marinated in pickle juice, I told my husband that we're gonna have to eat a lot of pickles in order to get the juice from the jars to make our chicken tenders if we wanna do this. But I discovered something pretty amazing. I didn't know this, a lot of you may know this, that they sell pickle juice, just pickle juice. I just found a big gallon jug of pickle juice over on Amazon. I ordered it, I haven't got it yet, but that way I can have some pickle juice and not have to go through jars of pickles really quickly, because we don't do that. We eat pickles here and there. We don't eat them like that much that we would, have all this extra pickle juice. So I'm so happy to know that they have it in just the juice. You can buy it. And I will link that down below as well if you're interested in that. And I thought it was pretty cool. All right, I gotta get another plate. So I have my crispy breading right here on the plate. I like to add a little bit at a time so that I don't waste it. And I'm gonna take this chicken and I'm gonna dip it in this egg. And then I'm gonna put it in the crumbs. And I have my air fryer basket right here, and they're gonna go right in there. You can, I've been asked this, and you absolutely can fry these in a pan. Like if you wanna fry them up in some olive oil or some avocado oil on the stove top, or even some bacon grease, that might be pretty interesting. You can do that. And you can also bake these in the oven. If you are not an air fryer user, you don't have one, I would say bake it at 375 to 400 degrees, somewhere around there, for maybe 20 minutes, 24 minutes, and just keep your eye on it until it's nice and brown and crispy. You can absolutely do that. So you don't have to use just an air fryer. I like it because it comes out so nice and crispy in the air fryer, so that's why I like to do that. I'm gonna add a little bit more of this breading to my plate. I got 3 more here. I thought there was 4 in here, but there's 5. This one's a pretty big one. Nice to have all the neighbors come up that live around the lake for the holidays, but most of the people around the lake don't live here year round. There's only, I would say maybe 5 or 6 houses where people live year round, and during the holidays it gets so loud during when everybody's here. But when everybody goes home, it's so quiet, and it's really fun having everybody here, but it's also really nice having everybody go home. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get these in my air fryer. I'm gonna cook them on the air crisp setting. I have a Z-Star air grill. It's 400 degrees, and I'm gonna put them for about 25 minutes, and then my air fryer beeps halfway through. I go in and flip them over, and I'll let them finish cooking, and I'll be back to show you what our sandwiches look like. We're gonna assemble our sandwiches, and then we're gonna go outside and we're gonna give them a taste test, and we're gonna let you know what we think. So I have my little buns here. Look at that. It looks like a hamburger bun. They did fall a little bit. These things are very temperamental. If there's a big temperature change, or if the wind blows a certain way, they'll fall flat, and that's okay, because I was telling Ed we can use 2 if we want to and make them into like a sandwich like that. I'm gonna go ahead and try to slice this, and so soft, very, very soft bun. Check it out. Check it out. The sauce I made earlier, and I'm just gonna put some on the bun. I'm gonna do both sides. Hope you can see this. I'm gonna start with one sandwich. I'm not super hungry. I have some bread cheese here that I cut up into cubes and just air fried them. It's just cheese that you get that resembles bread, and it's just cheese. I get mine at Aldi, and we just love it. All right, so I'm gonna take one of these chickens. I'm gonna take a small one here, put it on there, and then I'm just gonna put pickles on mine. I have some tomato and some onions over here, and Ed might want some of that, but I'm just gonna do pickles. And look at that. We're gonna go outside and taste these, and then we'll let you know what we think. All right, check it out. I got my sparkling water over here, chicken sandwich, bread cheese. So we're gonna give this a try. So I have, like, this, to me, the way I'm trying to envision this is that this is like a chicken sandwich from fast food, like Chick-fil-A or somewhere like that, and cheese curds, but it's just like, so it's like that cheese curd vibe and that chicken sandwich vibe.
Okay, here we go.
Wait.
Wow. That's delicious. Like Chick-fil-A ain't got nothing on you.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich and a little small macaroni and cheese has like 226 ingredients in it?
I saw that.
That's crazy.
I saw that.
You know every ingredient that's in here. I have at most.
This is delicious. The chicken in the pickle marinade.
Mm-hmm.
it's like a whole nother level. Like it?
The sauce is on point too.
I mean, I feel like I'm eating like
you just got it out of the bag from Chick-fil-A.
it's very good.
It's better because it's got a bigger flavor profile.
Yeah. So, what do you think about the buns?
Tastes like a bun to me. I mean, it's really good. The texture's
The texture.
a little bit, but you know what? That's close enough.
The texture of the bun is not the same. Don't get it in your brain when you see a piece of like egg white bread that I used like for toast the other day, like for cinnamon toast, or these buns, that it's going to be the same. Like it's going to be like, that's exactly like bread.
No.
It's not. It's much different texture, and the good thing about it is it's packed with protein because it's made from egg whites, and it's a great alternative. Great. I mean, look at that. You can just hold it together and have your sandwich. The texture is a little bit different. The taste is a little bit different.
Close enough for me.
But it's, look at that. I have a bun that I can eat a crispy, breaded piece of chicken with. It's just
Healthy.
amazing. You don't have to have grains and flours and all that kind of stuff. If it aggravates you, there's alternatives. So
yeah, it's like 90% close enough. It's delicious. I think I'm gonna have another.
it's so good. I started with one. I think I'm only gonna have one today because
It's nice to have your meat sticking out of your bun too. You don't get that anymore.
right.
I'm pigging out.
Those fajitas that I had earlier with the egg life wraps and the chicken breast crisps, it's all so much protein. It's very filling, very satisfying, and I'm just not super hungry. We were talking with someone today and telling them about this way of eating, and they're interested in it. And we were talking about how you don't go hungry. You do not go hungry on this way of eating. It's very satisfying. In fact, sometimes I feel like, am I eating enough? Am I actually getting enough protein in the day? Because I'm so full, I can only fit so much in. So
your body knows too when you're full. You know.
Right, but the brain, you know.
It's hard to get used to it, but once you do, it's awesome.
That sauce is so good.
It's awesome. It's really good.
I just dip my cheese in it. And it's like, All right. We're going to go ahead and go for tonight. Enjoy this nice evening. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you subscribe and give us that thumbs up. It really helps with the algorithm.
Leave us a comment too.
Yes.
That
leave
really
us
helps also.
If you can do anything, we are almost at 25,000 subscribers. I cannot believe it. Back when I started a couple of years ago, I never dreamed that I would get to 10,000, let alone 25,000. We're almost there. So share these videos with people that you know could have health conditions. Also, check to make sure you're subscribed. Do you know that sometimes you just get unsubscribed to certain channels? It happens to me.
Happens to me too.
There's a couple people that I follow regularly and I don't see their videos no more. And I look them up and I'm unsubscribed, and I did not unsubscribe from them. So make sure you're subscribed and share these videos with people because it is so good. It makes you feel great, this way of eating. So
it's a really good recipe. I'm enjoying it very much.
All right. We'll see you real soon. God bless.